Hey guys, how are you? It's Jeff. I'm having some problems with my recorder. This is now the third or fourth time I'm trying this video. I'm hoping it's going to work. But anyway, I wanted to come on. We're just going to go to it. We're just going to go through it. I want to talk about my water fasting experience. It has been a very important part of healing my leaky gut and my psoriasis. My skin is now clear, and this is only for 9 or 10 days of just water fasting. And I've lost a tremendous amount of weight. I think in that 1 week I lost almost 15 pounds. My total weight loss has been almost 70 pounds. And if I would have known about the water fast at the beginning of just sort of really kind of keeping an eye out of how I was watching and, eating and working out a little bit more, I would have just started with the water fast. So I want to introduce this idea for you to investigate yourself, to find your own answers to it. Maybe it's just a curiosity. But I want to talk a little bit about fasting and why I didn't want to do any sort of intermittent fasting, or I actually had never even heard of water fasting even before I heard it from Dr. Edward Group from the Global Health Center, Global Healing Center. And just say that again. You guys can Google that yourselves. Dr. Edward Group from the Global Healing Center. I saw him on an interview on, I think, Regina Meredith's show on the Gaia Network. So it was about water fasting. He's been on other shows on the Gaia Network, but this particular show, really, I was so excited for it because they was talking about how the body heals is whenever it stops digesting food. It stops spending all of its energy just trying to digest all the food that you keep putting down. It was my thing for years. It was my belief system that if you fasted, it slowed down your metabolism. It turns out that that is absolutely not the case. I was working with a false belief, a false premise. Actually, what slows down your metabolism if you don't eat during intermittent fasting or a water fast, it is the stress response that you put on the situation of not eating. Your body interprets that stress response, the stress hormones that your body produces under not eating, and maybe you should eat, and what's going on in the stress. It is that slows down your metabolism. And I was so happy to learn that in this process of discovering how I wanted to live healthier, moving on in my life. So if any of you are under the false premise that I was for many, many years about I don't want to fast because it's going to slow down my metabolism, don't have any stress around it. Know that it is your body getting into this beautiful state of ketosis where you're burning a lot of fat. It's having your body's energy go through the system and clearing it with dead cells and clearing out leaky gut and sealing your guts and eliminating things, the dead cells, just everything. It's absolutely magnificent is this state of ketosis. I wanted to bring down my little strips, but you can buy at your little pharmacy or grocery store. Not grocery store, like pharmacy. What's like a CVS? It's like that's like a CVS or Walgreens type of store. It's just these little ketosis strips, and you put them in your urine stream, and the darker it gets, the more in ketosis, the more basically fat you're burning, the more time your body is in its healing stages. So that might be really helpful if you're interested in water fasting, is to get those little strips you can get anywhere. At a drugstore, that's the word I was looking for. And you just pass it through, and then the darker it is, you're like, wow, man, I'm just burning fat, and I'm just like sitting on my butt all day. It's fantastic. Which is kind of like the rule for water fasting, is that you don't want to exert yourself. You want to have your body using its energy to healing itself. I'll put a little spoiler in here. I have completely cleared my leaky gut. My psoriasis symptoms are now happily gone, and this is only after 9 or 10 days of water fasting. I'm off of the water fast now. I'm doing more intermittent fasting, which I will hopefully get a chance to ramble on towards the end of this video. But let's just get to water fasting and really just what it is. It is only drinking distilled or purified water, like natural spring water. You don't want those kind of waters that has with added minerals for flavor or anything like that, because that's just basically salt. And you just want your body to not be on supplements, not be on any sort of dietary other things other than pure H2O, which is why distilled water is just the easiest to get, most affordable. I think it's like $1 a gallon or something at my Ralph's right down the road there. And it's just the idea of just hydrating your body while putting your body in ketosis, which means massive fat burning, and it gives your body a chance to go through and heal itself, which is how it was designed anyway. Cultures today are trained in just overeating. I believe what they were talking about is I think we use 80% of our entire body's energy in a day to just digest one large meal. So if you have 2 large meals and a snack, and then you're sort of snacking light throughout, the idea of water fasting and intermittent fasting is it gets your body to stop focusing on digesting the stuff. You just keep on feeding in it and just allowing the natural processes to take place and to finally burn the stored fat that we have, laying all around us. I lost almost 70 pounds. It's not all through water fasting, but now I know that it could have been. I did my water fast for 9 or 10 days. I forgot. It was before I left for Bali. I think I lost 15, 17 pounds in that 1 week. And it was just pure health. It was absolutely incredible. Like I said, distilled water is really, really important. Investigate this further. I know you're not going to watch this video and just say, I want to lose weight. I'm going to do what Jeff did. Go check out water fasting, and there's a reason why it's been around forever. It's in all sort of Ayurvedic texts, papyrus from the old Egyptians. It's in old biblical stuff. A lot of times we hear about fasting being like this spiritual practice, and I want to talk a little bit in just a moment about why that is. But first, let's get back and let me finish off why it was so healthy for me is because it's just how it makes you feel. You know what I mean? And not that I'm scale driven, but in this particular phase of my life, I really wanted to see the results. So I was really paying attention to the numbers on my scale, and to see those numbers drop so dramatically every day by you feeling so good and putting the thought in your mind that you're doing what your body wants to do. Get into ketosis, get in and find out dead cells, get rid of it, and just feel better. It just made the process just absolutely incredible for me. In this show with this Dr. Edward Group and this Regina Meredith, they talked about the spiritual benefits of water fasting, and it really hits you. Yeah, I think it hits everybody a little bit differently, but I can understand why people view it as this beyond just this health, body, physical modality of feeling better, losing weight, and healing your body. And that is because whenever you walk out of the house and you just have your water and you say to yourself, and you can feel good and believe it, this is all that I need all day, there's something that happens to you whenever you're not thinking about food, planning for food, shopping for food, preparing your meals, eating your meals, cleaning up after your meals, and then talking to your friends about meeting up and having more food. There's something that clicks about all that you need to survive and feel amazing and to get healthy is just with this amazing liquid of water. You free up hours of your day. Now, maybe I think about food more than most, but I'll just give you my own personal experience. When you free up that much time in your day, not having to make time to go someplace to get lunch, or to pack a lunch if you're a packer of lunches, or to plan about what you need in the house and what's like running low and anything like that. It on a level, it just kind of makes you ask, who am I, in a way? Like, it's really interesting. If all I need is water to survive and get healthy and get my body aligned and in line with the vision that I have of it, it's really kind of a trip. It really, really is. You know, it's scattered throughout all these old texts. I think I said old Ayurvedic things as well, as far as getting into alignment as just getting into a water fast. And it has been remarkable for me. It is so easy. You don't really need supplements. What I noticed is that after, I think, day 6 or 7 out of my 9 or 10 days, I started getting leg cramps. in the middle of the night. And when I do it again, I'm going to supplement with a potassium pill before I go to bed. That's the only side effect that I had. Getting into a water fast, guys. By the way, let me just say, and I got this from the doctor's information on this talk show, is that you can do this for, depending on where you are in the state of your body. I think the world record's been just shy of a year just drinking water. That particular case, the man was particularly heavy, obese, and lost, I think, almost 350 pounds, 370 pounds or something in a year, something like that. And he was supplemented by potassium and also something else, but it wasn't any sort of food process. I think it was another I'm not really sure, so I don't even want to say it and get it wrong. So I'm planning, as soon as our house company leaves, to go on strictly water for 21 days. I think it's going to be absolutely remarkable for me. It's going to get me to the magic number where I believe that where I really desire to be, because I have this amazing scale that you sort of step on with your bare feet. It's called a Renpho scale. You can probably get it at any Bed Bath & Beyond. It's RENPHO. It's kind of two little silver things. Put your feet on it, and it measures your body fat, your water level, your visceral fat, your muscle mass. It's just this remarkable little machine. And so as I'm scaling down to where I'll be on a certain percentage of body fat where I want to be, that I'll really, really be feeling healthy, I think that'll be at a certain weight. So I'm going to do it for 21 days or until I get to this weight. And then I'm going to be able to stop and then incorporate intermittent fasting. So before I get into intermittent fasting, which is kind of what I'm doing now because I have a house company over, are there any more notes that I want to say on water fasting? Don't put cucumbers in your water. Don't put lemons in your water. If you're thirsty, you're going to drink the water. You don't have to make it taste a certain way. Definitely get the ketosis strips, those little things you get at drugstores, because once you put that in your little pee stream and you're like, holy hell, and it turns up so dark and you're burning so much fat and you're feeling so good. And if you have any sort of skin problems, I'm just going to tell you what happened to me if I didn't already, because I said I tried making this video 5 or 6 other times, 4 times, and it wasn't working for whatever reason. My psoriasis that you may have seen in other videos on my channel has cleared up. So my leaky gut, my psoriasis, it cleared it up in only 10 days. I can only imagine what's going to happen after like a 21-day water fast. I think that's going to be the right number for me. I don't mind at all just leaving the house with my ginormous little thing here that I think I got at Ross, I think for $7, knowing that this is all that I need. I would encourage you guys to do this at least 1 day a month. Just do water. Just distilled water, just natural spring water, just 1 day a month. What else do I want to say about it? If I didn't mention it in this video, I'm going to tell you now, and if I did already mention it, forgive me. There's going to be a period of about an hour or 2 on the 4th day. They say like the 72nd hour of your water fast. And there's a bunch of studies coming out at USC. Boston College has a bunch of studies about the benefits and health healing benefits of water fasting. I mean, this is now modern science. I don't mean to just be bringing, well, this is what they did in the Bible, so it must be good for you. There is new science coming out around the benefits of just drinking water. So it's really important that I put that in there too. But anyway, back to on the 72nd hour of your water fast, and this is a good thing, I'm going to say it and it's going to scare you a little bit. Your body's digestive process completely shuts down. So there's very little going to the bathroom after the 72nd hour, that's right, the 4th day basically, because there's pretty much nothing else in there to go, okay? Then you can just walk through your day knowing that as you're taking it easy, because you don't want to exert yourself on a water fast, especially after the 4th day, that your body is just focusing on burning fat and healing, burning fat and healing and healing and burning fat. So your digestive system shuts down rather than it just always putting in energy to digest the meal. So that's whenever I really started feeling good, is after I got off that little window of, like, mine was like 2 hours. like an hour and a half of just like, I got to eat something, and it happened on the fourth day for me. Again, I really don't want to be repeating so much. Not that I don't anyway, but considering what I said and what I didn't say and what video I'm in right now, that's kind of my experience with water fasting. It is super easy. It is, I'm going to call it fun, because how I experienced just my day of just having my water and knowing I was going to be fine, it was like freedom, man. It was total freedom. On a side and personal note, don't tell anyone what you're doing, really. You know, you can investigate all you want, but if you share that you're doing just a water fast, you're going to bump up against, and this is pretty much like life, you're going to bump into everybody else's belief systems about, you can't do that, you have to eat food, which that is complete and total and utter horse ass shit, okay? It's just not true. If you can go 9-10 days and not be hungry and have energy and feel amazing while you're in ketosis, don't offer other people this perfect pitch for them to throw their stuff onto you. Okay, once you make the decision of, I'm going to make a change in my body, I'm going to make a change in my life, we're going to see how this goes, I'm just going to do it for 3 days, I'm just going to see how I feel for 3 days on just natural water, then don't share that with anyone is my big suggestion, because I shared it with a few people, actually a lot of people, and a lot of people were supportive. But every now and again, you'll get someone like, you can't do that. Oh my God, your metabolism is going to crash. You're never going to be able to burn fat again, or whatever. And it's just, you don't want anyone to creep into your, system of beliefs that like maybe you're doing the wrong thing, because then you're going to add stress and you're going to wreck everything. My skin is clear after 9 days. I feel amazing. I lost so much weight beyond just, my processes up until I started the water fast, that I am just the biggest advocate for water fasting. Also, what I've learned about, and this is sort of like the phase 2 of this video, which I didn't mean to be this long, but that's amen, that's the way it goes, is intermittent fasting. The idea that you're still the goal is still to put your body into this state of ketosis, which is massive health, massive healing, massive weight loss, fat burning, blah, 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 by eating twice a day. Just kind of easing up on the sugars, the starches, the alcohols, the things that's turned into sugars, and just keeping whatever you would normally eat anyway. If you want to go vegan or go protein or just go salads or whatever the hell you want to do, but just eating twice a day around 11 a.m., around 6 p.m., so that you have all of that time between 6 p.m. and 11 a.m. that your body can enter this state of, again, of this magical ketosis. So that's what intermittent fasting is, and certainly that's much more sustainable. And I do like eating food. I do enjoy eating food and tasting food and making food. So that obviously is more sustainable. Because you want to be social with your friends, and you can still eat a nice breakfast or brunch at 11 and then have all day at 6 where you can look forward to having a meal. That's what I'm doing now, because I have house company, and he's been there since before we left for Bali 3 weeks ago. So until he leaves, I'm just enjoying intermittent fasting, and I'm still losing weight. Not nearly as much as just the water fast, but it is still, that scale is consistently coming down. So investigate as you will. I want to share with you Dr. Edward Group, and that's Group, from the Global Healing Center. Hopefully on the website, it's going to show some sort of link or highlight to whenever he was on the one particular show on the Gaia Network by Regina Meredith, where they talk about, ketosis and water fasting. It has been remarkable for me. I'm so excited for my 21 days once my company leaves. And I'll share continued videos about that. But that's really all I wanted to say. If you have comments or questions below, I'll do the best I can to get back with it. Big back to you down there. But I cannot say enough wonderful things about just clearing out, and just the idea that I now have clear skin. with this psoriasis thing. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's you can't wear shorts really in the summertime because your legs are so blotchy and red and you're flake on the elbows. And I really was suffering from that for years. And I'm happy to say that now I don't have to worry about that. And that alone is a miraculous thing for me. So anyway, is that all I want to say? I think that's all I want to say. Hope you enjoyed this video if you had any interest in that. And I will catch up with you guys later. Bye.